you may have.
Thank you so very much, Chairman Gibbs, for holding today's hearing on the status of the EPA's program. Welcome to our witnesses again. And the EPA's Brownfields was conceived and initiated as a pilot program, as is indicated by my colleague, during the Clinton administration, and fully fledged program enacted was during the Bush administration. It's proven to be a critically community development tool that transforms some, not all, underutilized and potential contaminated sites into productive and useful environments. The term brownfield refers to abandoned and underutilized properties where, with expansion or redevelopment, it is hampered by either real or perceived environmental contamination. They are not Superfund sites, but are properties that are former gas stations, dry cleaning establishments, warehouses, industrial properties, and other things as such, where the potential stigma of contamination was enough to hamper the redevelopment. As one can imagine, these types of sites are located in almost every community in our country. The Brownfields signed in 2002 represented a needed and unique solution to the challenges facing redevelopment of these sites into reproductive spaces with grants as seed money for assessment or clean up brownfields, and eases the legitimate liability concern of potential developers. Benefits are twofold. First, the redevelopment of these brownfield sites discourages development of green fields, which would exacerbate the problem of suburban sprawl. Second, creating new uses for these otherwise underutilized sites reinvigorates the tax base and generates job growth with sustainable economic development in the areas surrounding these sites. Brownfields the program has been very successful because it facilitated the redevelopment of approximately 49,000 acres of land and created nearly 106,000, sorry, I'm reading my notes, and EPA estimates that it's created 7.3 jobs for every 100,000 invested, leveraging over $17 of investment for every federal dollar invested. It's a highly effective and productive program, and it is not surprising that the competition for brownfield grants is highly competitive. These results beg the question then, why are we not investing more in redevelopment of brownfield spaces? Further, if this is a success rate of an underfunded program, imagine the potential economic impact and potential for job creation that would come from fully funding this program. EPA estimates that over the past 5 years, as my colleague has pointed out, funding deficiencies have caused 1,767 viable programs to go unfunded. This is a backlog of $693.6 million worth of projects. These sites are not only sitting idle and unproductive, but are missing out on the return of investment that these sites could realize if these proposals had received the funding. And it is estimated the grants would have leveraged approximately 50,600 jobs and over $12 billion in public and private financing. In my world, I call that a missed opportunity. There is an area where the Brownfield program has yet to achieve its goal. It is my impression the program was originally created with two goals in mind. First, spurring economic redevelopment of formerly underutilized and potentially contaminated sites, and secondly, targeted redevelopment of sites located in economically distressed communities in particular, which begs the question, are we then not looking at areas where we have more need? In other words, checking whether or not they really are in need of this economic development. While the program's success speaks for itself on the first mission, I'm interested to hear whether or not our witnesses feel as though gains are being made on the second mission. Put another way, are we doing enough to encourage the redevelopment of brownfield sites located in communities throughout the country where the market forces may not be as strong? Are there ways to make sure the successes of the brownfield program can be amplified for urban neighborhoods away from city center or rural or smaller communities where redevelopment may need just a little more push to get started? And I can tell you, Chairman Gibbs and everybody that might be interested, is that there was an Eddie and a Betty in my background in Santa Fe Springs, which created 3,000 jobs. 3,000 jobs with a nitty and a bitty. So does it work? Yes, it works. And I think we need to take a longer look and how we can spur more funding into this program to make it more available where it's most needed. Again, welcome to our witnesses, and thank you, Mr. Chairman Gibbs, for holding this hearing, and I yield back.
Thank you. At this time, I want to recognize the full chairman of the